Shalom, Yasharala. Before you go into this lesson, we give our honor, our glory, and our praises to Yahweh, Sokal, Halal, Yam, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakodash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of Jemas Camp, but in great millstone for the bring for the 100% Judah and currently edified on that. Now let's get into this lesson today. Alright. Now this lesson really and truly inspired me. What inspired me to do this is a particular incident, not really an incident, more or less a conversation that a lady chose to have with me concerning the Most High. When I was not really, she seemed to be a Jacob, be honest with you. When I expound upon certain understandings to her, her statement was, which this is the reason why. This is solely the reason why. Right? This world brings nothing but sin in it. And all that the heathens do, as well as everything that the heathens do, right now we're following under. Because we are no longer in control or are rulers or judges of the earth according to the scriptures. Right? So whatever the heathens do, many of us, Jake, take hold and adopt to that understanding and customs and way of living. And this particular lady upset my spirit a little bit. But it's not enough to get me angry, of course, I'll just do all that's not to educational purposes. But she said along the lines, I don't want to phrase her wrong, but she said along the lines of this concerning, she said, what is wrong with being homosexual? It is a normal thing now. Her excuse was, it's 2024. It's normalized. That's her excuse. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I don't give a flying fuck how normalized it is. If you are a Jake and Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai give you a message and a commandment and a heritage with a promise to keep, you keep it. And one of them was what? Learn not the way of the heathens. Another one was what? Thou, a man shall not lay with another man as woman shall lay with as with a woman. These are abominations unto Yahweh thy power. So this particular lesson goes into the understanding more so as when you're going to 1 John chapter 2, and we'll go from 15, it says, love not the world, neither the things that are of the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Because the only reason why the love of the Father will not be in you is because you are turning your back from his commandments and statutes and laws, or in full understanding precepts and sayings. Is that you refuse to obey, showing that you don't love him. This is why we're supposed to be separating ourselves from this world. It doesn't profit us anything. It says in verse 16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. It says, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. What is the will of the Most High? He has given that on since the beginning unto Adam. The laws, statutes, and commandments. It has been passed down to us. And it as clear as possible, we see it's the exact same thing. Only given to the sons of God, the Israelites. So if you refuse to do the will of Yahweh, you would expect to inherit the kingdom gracefully? Come on now, man. Let be real here now, man. Let be real at this point. That get me, man, it get me so upset, but I say, you know what? I didn't even, we all not say, all right, it is what it is. She said that, I correct with scriptures, she woke off. It is what it is. We can't fight that. I'm not going to waste my time with that, right? I just want to make sure that at least you know what you're saying was an error. So your suggestion, your answer is to repent or to remain in your ways, which she did. But let's continue. Let's go into John chapter. We're in John a lot. Let's go into John chapter 15. And 19, which it says, disciples, relations of the world, or the world's hatred. It says in 19, read from 19. It says, if ye were of the world would love his own. The world would love his own. I hear what it says here. But because ye are not of the world, I have chosen you out of the world. Therefore, the world hated you. And that's a main point I really want to bring to y'all, showing you that we need to separate ourselves from the worldly things, from the ways of sin, from the heathens, from their customs, from their laws and legislations. Yes, we may be residing here because we are under the captivity, some of the curses still, but at the same time, you have to understand that we're not to be like them. Be ye separate. But let's continue, because with that understanding, I just want to give a nice little example. This is going back to when I was in the world, right? Just for understand, when I was in the world, doing all these worldly things, committing sin and all them things, right? Not really having too much of a care about over the cases. I had an idea as to what sin is, but more or less on the lines of the basic 10 commandments and a few others like swine and all them things, which I never used to partake of. But I'm talking about other things that I may have done that would have been a sin and all these things, right? I had a lot of friends. And the moment the Most High called me into this truth, right? And I begin to walk this walk and begin to remove these sinful ways in me, right? All my friends cut to about 2. Literally. About 2. That is the reality. And one of them was a Elamite. And I explained to him the situation. And he said, if that is what it is, he don't mind. This man, I'm telling you. But what I'm trying to say is, all my friends reduced to about 2. It remained to my brother and an ex friend I have there. 2. Of course, I get many of the Akims and Akwats are now, I talk to Abinayeva so often over the cases, but sorry from it still. Which shows that they are subject to this world. All the friends that I had when I was in the worldly thing, when I was doing worldly things, and when I was adhering to the worldly understanding, right? They were there. So as I begin to remove myself from the carnalities to seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, they move along with it. Even family as well, they move along with the world because I remove myself from it. Now I still have many things I have to overcome, but I would say a broad understanding is of things that I've gotten rid of was the basis, which is a good thing because that just to show you how influential this world really is. Many of our jakes are stuck in this. But as you are called into this truth and you are developing the mindset, the faith, the fear, the love, the belief, separate yourself before you get called back into the world. Because, sorry, watch me, after that is it fear. And when you go into Romans chapter 12, if I grab it, no, I'll put 1. Romans chapter 12, just let me grab it. Oh shit, wrong one. 12 and verse, I'll go from verse 1 and to verse 2. It's a dedicated service, right? It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. And this is as clear, you can't get better than this, right? And a good example, I would say, a very good example to people wanting to remain in this world is when you go into the rich young ruler. Let me grab it, Matthew chapter 19. That's all. Right, rich young ruler, it says, which just we're going to go into the story. It says, and behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he answered and said, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is Yahweh, the Most High. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. And it says, and he said unto him, which Yahushua said, Thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, honor thy father and thy mother, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. It says, the young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my mouth, from my youth up. It says, What lack I yet? Yahushua said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give it to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But guess what? Just like many other people who are subject to this world, guess what you see happening here? So what took place was, when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Then said Yahushua unto the disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to fit through an eye of a needle. Now you know how small an eye of a needle is, which is impossible to fit a camel through. So when he gave this analogy, you should already know how clear it is. Let me read it again. And I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Right, because many times they come with that spirit of pride, greed, jealousy, many times adulterous spirits, many times doing whatever it takes to continue to receive that income, as we see today via majority of these artists and celebrities. So I would say doing abominable things. That's part of their character in this world. That's why you're not supposed to be loving this world. This world is not for us at this point in time. This world needs, and watch man, this is why I had to say it with all honesty. This is the reason why this earth has to be purged with fire. This rulership must be broken down. Esau must be destroyed. Esau should no longer be in this rulership because of that, there are many wicked things that are going on in this world. Our Jake, men and women, are accepting these customs and doing these profane things. Selling the bottom for money, for contracts. Selling the children for contracts and money. Drinking blood and all that nasty nonsense. Just for gains of this world. And then when they're going to leave it here regardless, with nothing to say for it. Somebody's going to spend your money. It might even be a children at the point in time because they made a contract with the devil. Esau, Edom. So you know they're going to take your wealth right after. Lie in your face. See us? Why not sit and accept that, hey, this world too wicked for me, I'm an Israelite. But I understand why, because Romans chapter 11 and verse 7. The elect shall receive it and the rest shall be blinded. It's that simple. So we understand at this point the reason where y'all are in. The reason why you are in where you are in. But what I'm trying to say at the end of the day, this is for the elect. I hope that this reach out to some one of y'all that y'all could say, wait, but you know what? If you hadn't let go and say, you know what, let me just try and just live according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, do the will of the Father, right? Keep the commandments, keep the precepts. If you want to be a part of the elect as well, bring forth fruits, good fruits. Continue to dwell in the wise counsel, to not be deceived or led astray. You understand where I'm coming from? Diligently seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushua by his laws, statutes, and commandments. Fear him, show him love, be obedient unto him, not by I have no choice, but by your will. But by I want to, even though there's no free will, I still want to, and I still am going to show you that. Because of how much things that you have done for us. Because regardless of what, our chastisements, as I did a lesson before, is our blessing. Because it identifies who we are to him. You understand? So why not just turn away from this worldly things? Look at a good example as for me again. I use myself as a public example as well. Because look, I but now know this. And this is nothing to boast about because right now in some trying times. So before I would normally cut my hair all the way down, bald, because I used to work security. Cut my beard, everything. You know what I'm saying? The company would request that if you have to keep your hair, make sure it keep low, but you have to mark it up and neaten it up on whatever the cases. Mark it up, neaten it up, make sure your hair, the top part had to be low, neaten up on all the cases at all times. That was the company policies, right? Understanding, no problem. When I really come into this truth, my option was in front of my face. It was made clear. And again, not trying to be prideful in any way, but I believe it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua put that faith in me. And that fear in me at the same time. Because that was around the same, that was a little before wisdom of Jedediah, whatever she name is, fall away from the truth. Yahweh put that in me. He gave me that option on that day that I went to work. And my boss told me, because for a while I wasn't cutting my face, my beard, I couldn't mark it, whatever the case is. I wasn't cutting it at all. Because I said, you know what, I told myself, I spoke to Yahweh and said, I'm going to follow, I'm going to obey you. Thank you for bringing me into the truth. My exact words. Now in the Hebrew tongue, Tawada for bringing me into this truth. I will obey you. Lead me. Help me to develop and grow in this truth. That was one of my prayers. I don't want to be without knowledge. I don't want to not be able to know the truth. And he brought me into this truth. So that's why I said I would obey him. And when I saw that precept where cutting your hair and whatever the case is, guess what? My job tell me when I came to work that day, my boss say, you can't come to today until you get that hair fixed, eh? You are the cut your hair. So I watch him, man, and I tell you, he knows that I come into the truth because he and all know the truth, but he's still doing your custom doing. I'm just saying something. So he know. I told him, I watch situation. I told him I can't do that. That's against the scriptures. That's against the Bible. As easy as it was before, not to know the truth, I cannot do it. So, with that understanding, I asked for a transfer with the cases, and he transferred that to get a location to not that wouldn't have to cut my hair. He purposely didn't find any. And then I say, okay, if that's the case, I had a letter of resignation to resign. I did. I gave it to him. You know what he did? After I gave my letter of resignation to him, you know what he did? He kept that letter on work and didn't carry it to the office because he's supposed to give it to the supervisor to carry it up. Right? That's one of the policies. That doesn't allow anybody to just go into the office just like that. Right? And this dude wait until I get a letter of termination and hand it to me and told me you could hold the letter too. So I made my mind up regardless of what. I know there are trying times ahead. I've already faced it. Again, the understanding helped me to grow patience. It helped me to have more faith in Yahweh or Shai. So I understand what all this is about. Somewhat of what all this is. It's going to have worse things coming in also. But at this current point in time, really and truly, just by that, it is more profitable for us to remove ourselves from this world. Be separate from this world, these worldly things, these ungodly men, these heathens, and their abominable customs. Telling you. So like yeah. The scripture say, like out in Matthew chapter 6 and 20. It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. It says, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt. Right? Meaning it cannot rust away or cannot be destroyed, right? It says, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. It's safe because guess what? That's our inheritance. This wise counsel that we're going through, this refining ourselves and trying us goal, this is just to really give us that proper mindset and have us to have that understanding of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai to cross that finish line. We have to be in the proper mindset when Yahweh Shai comes. And that's why he hasn't returned yet. So, as for now, scripture say endure, and you shall. So I will endure. I endure until the end. The same shall be saved, right? So guess what? I will endure to the end. Right? You don't know. I am enduring this to the end because I want to receive that reward. I pray I'm part of the elect because I really dislike Esau Edom. That's one for sure. But I can't wait for this world to be destroyed. That's how much I don't want to be of this world. I can't wait for this world, this whole system, the judicial laws, all the legislations, every single thing to be broken down to nothing. I can't wait for the rulership of Edom, Esau Edom, to be gone completely. And we are back to the righteous and original states as judges of the earth. Being inheriting the heathens. Because it was easier then. This world is not nice. So, like I said, coming back to the topic, Back to the point. You're going to go one last read and then we'll close up from there, right? Going back into it, that is why the scripture says, love not the world, neither the things that are of the world. And if any man love the world, the love of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, is not in him. If you could understand that, and you could understand that you need to keep the will of Yahweh, to try best to do the will of Yahweh, even as we in captivity on this side, right? Rehearsing your just acts, bringing forth those fruits, then once you understand that, there's nothing to worry about. Diligently seek him. Because he said that in Hebrews chapter 11 in 11 and 6. 11 and 6. Right, it says, let me read it straight to the point. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High, or to the powers, must believe that he is, and that he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So you must believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. He is, meaning he exists. The power, the Most High is the existing one. And he's the title Yahweh. He exists, the existing one. So, Shalom Yasharallah, God Halal Yam Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. We give double honors to the apostles, the prophets, and the letter of James, Camp, and us great millstone for the 100% should have been correctly edified under. And I pray that, Shalom to the elect, Shalom to the tabernacle of David, Shalom to the like-minded brothers speaking the like-minded truth. I hope this lesson was edified. I would like for there's a reason why we examine ourselves every day, because we're not trying to slip back into the worldly things. At times it might catch us, and I'm not saying that we are not perfect. This body is designed to go off when we think about it because of our fallen state. But at the same time, why not examine yourselves every single day and try to remove the things that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has put in your spirit, on your mind and body to come out of? Why not work on it? Right? Why not work on it? Because when you really read the scripture, when you end up the lesson, I just want to give one more precept before you close off. On 3, it says, all scripture given by the inspiration of the Most High and profitable for doctrines, for reproofs, for corrections, and for instructions in righteousness, right? It says that the man of the Most High may be perfect and truly furnished unto all good works. So why not remove the sinful manner of us? You can start by the thoughts, start by the actions. Trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Pray and ask Yahweh for faith, to build and grow that faith in you. Pray and ask Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to continue to cast you not away from the presence, or take not the Rekakadash from you, to help you have better control over your life, or so that he could lead your life in the way it's supposed to be led at the end of the day. Remove yourself from these things. It's not going to profit you to sin. It's not profiting you anything in this world to sin. The most you're going to be feeling as you sin, and if you have some reason to like that nonsense, is that you're going to be feeling some form of some kind of niceness, or some kind of carnal, joyous feeling for that. And then when you're done, you get destroyed. And you're going to feel all that heat, all that burning, all that fire. And that's where I'm coming from? Not hell I'm talking about. The second death, the ICBM. Or probably even the laser beams from the UFOs. From the chariots, to be exact. So like, yeah. And that's where I'm coming from? You don't want that. You don't want that burning sensation on you. You don't want to go through them pain and trials. Right now is at a crunch time. When you look at the countries, Haiti, America, even Trinidad, I sent my Akims a song describing exactly how Trinidad is. Anything could happen in Trinidad, and there's no laws. There's laws put in place, but they don't keep the laws. They don't use it. That's just what it is. The government does what it wants. They don't give a damn. It's coming more and more like Second Ezra chapter 15. The prophecies given. Just now, being honest with you. Just now, a man would not have care for his neighbor. No, nor would he have care for the government and any of them. That is the truth. That's what happening in China right now. So, shalom.